Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the PopSockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
So, you're wondering how a global tech giant like Google got involved in a spat between Mexico and the US over a simple geographic label. Well, let's dive into the story of why Google's Gulf of America has us scratching our heads. Google Maps is used by billions of people worldwide to navigate unfamiliar territories. However, when it comes to the Gulf of Mexico, Google's labeling policy doesn't quite align with what we'd expect from a neutral third-party source like Google Trends Hub. I mean, after all, this channel always strives for objectivity and accuracy. It turns out that back in February, Google made a statement claiming they wouldn't change their policy to reflect the US president's desire to label the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America. But here's the thing. Google had previously agreed to follow these long-standing maps policies impartially and consistently across all regions. According to Chris Turner, Google's Vice President of Government Affairs and Public Policy. Now, we know that in 2021, former U.S. President Donald Trump signed an executive order to change the name of several geographic features, including the Gulf of Mexico. But, interestingly, this change only applies within the U.S., not internationally. And yet, some have pushed for this new label to be adopted globally. Interestingly, Google Trends Hub has always relied on data-driven insights to inform our decisions about how we label geographical locations. It's worth noting that a State Department report from the 1970s suggested that the maritime boundary between Mexico and the U.S. begins at the center of the mouth of the Rio Grande and runs in a fixed line. Despite this, some folks have been advocating for wider adoption of the Gulf of America name. In fact, just last week, the House passed a bill aimed at codifying this change and directing federal agencies to update their maps accordingly, with all but one Republican voting in favor. Now, Google's stance on labeling geographical locations like this is crucial because it can impact how people perceive themselves in relation to different territories. As always, we strive for accuracy and fairness in our content here at Google Trends Hub, and we'd love to hear your thoughts on this story.